Good morning and welcome back to White Mountains Today here on White Mountain TV 16. And joining us in the studio this morning is a whole bunch of guests today. The human guest is Katie Bailey from the Conway Humane Society. And over on the chair is Izzy.
Yep.
And then in your hand is
Darby O'Sullivan.
Darby O'Sullivan, all of 8 weeks old.
Yes.
So very cute kitten. I got to hold him for a little bit. So Katie, how you been?
Good, thanks.
And you've got some big news, big events coming up here. But let's talk about, so Izzy is your own dog.
Yes, I adopted her from the Humane Society in February. She was at transport from Texas. We did a transport right after the flood.
Right.
And we did several during that year. And I had some events to go to, and I started bringing her home for the night, and then...
The next thing you know, there you go. Look at her just hanging out there on the chair.
She's a great dog, yep.
That's awesome.
Yep.
That's awesome. How old is she?
She is about 3 to 4 years old.
Great.
She had a litter of puppies before we got her, and she's really gotten in some good shape, getting regular exercise. She had been living on the street, we were told,
yeah,
in Texas, not from the hurricanes. People are always concerned about that. We don't
right.
take people's pets that are
Right,
displaced.
yeah.
We empty the shelter so people's pets can be reunited with people. So.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. Well, look at that. You're right on TV, Izzy. You're a star today. You're a star. And then in your hand, you've got
Darby.
Darby, who I keep messing up her name.
Yes, and he came to me personally, and then I brought her to the shelter to be neutered, and then we do have about 12, we didn't have room actually for him. We have about 12 to 15 kittens right
Wow.
now ready, so I brought him in case you're anyone looking for a kitten. In the next couple weeks, just keep watching our Facebook page.
Absolutely.
And I know you adopted.
We did
kitten
just
from,
back in April, and
Right.
What a great cat! I mean, he was just the opposite. He was the only kitten
Right.
at the time,
Right,
And
yes.
so we were very excited. He is quite a member of the household now. And what's fun is that we have an older cat who now is almost 10 years old, who was kind of a recluse cat, but now the kitten has, I mean, nobody goes near the recluse cat except for my son Camden. And but our new cat has kind of brought her out, which is great. So kind of the two of them together, and they'll be very, but every day it's a little bit more. So that's a
Right.
lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I had kind of forgotten how much fun it is to have a cat around the house.
Right.
Because recluse cat, she has a great life. She hangs out upstairs. I mean, it's not like she, knits in the corner or something like
Right.
that. But she stays upstairs. But now having a cat that's roaming around, and she and our dogs are best friends, and it's such a great experience. And of course, we had a great experience. This is our third cat that we've gotten from the Humane Society, and it's always been such an easy experience and a great experience to be able to go there, visit with the cat or the kitten ahead of time, and then be able to take them home from there. And they're ready to go.
Right.
That's the beauty. It's ready to go,
Right.
already spayed or neutered, and I think that's
all shots.
right. So you
Yep.
don't have to worry about, I got to go
Right.
do this. So,
Right.
so now you guys have done a major expansion there at the
We have.
shelter
We are
too.
getting ready to open 5,000 square foot addition, which will house our new thrift store, and we're very excited about our 25 by 50 indoor dog dog playroom, basically.
Right.
So in the winter when it's very cold or bad weather, when it was pouring rain and we still want to get the dogs out of their kennels to exercise, we'll be able to do that now.
That's terrific.
And then when we had the Great Danes last year that I know many people are familiar with, it would have been great to have that room so we could bring them in to be able to socialize as their pack, which
Right.
studies show are best for those dogs. So.
Right. Absolutely. So that's exciting. So
Yes.
so that's just new and one of the
We'll
new
be having a
additions
ribbon cutting pretty soon, so
keep an eye out for the
right.
ribbon cutting, because
Yeah.
that'll be a fun night too,
Right.
because I'm sure there'll be dogs and cats aplenty there
Right.
too. So. Now coming up 2 weeks from now, you have Wolf in the Woods,
Right.
formerly known as Bark in the Park, but now it's Wolf in the Woods.
Right. We moved it to Whitaker Woods this year. We're very excited about it. And all your favorite events that you enjoyed at Bark in the Park will be at Wolf in the Woods, or will be at Whitaker Woods, Wolf in the Woods. our dog agility and some new things coming up too. We have 4 food trucks planning on arriving, so there's still time to join the fundraising walk. And I brought our this year's t-shirt as well that you can only get from
If you take
join
part, yeah.
the fundraising walk. Yes, we'll have these for sale at the event as well. And it's always a good time. But if you go on our website at conwayshelter.org, you can join in the fundraising walk and find out about a few other of our events. But looking forward to having everyone there. The dog agility is great. People love it.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
And what time does everything get underway there?
the blessing of the animals will be done by Barbara Terrio at 9:45, and then the walk will start at 10. Usually lasts about half an hour to 45 minutes, and
Yeah.
then the pet expo will follow that.
Yeah,
And
and the Pet
everything will
Expo has
open.
lots of great organizations that are there sharing information about dogs and cats and pets. And
Yep, definitely. Products that we've never heard of. We've gotten new vendors this year. I know our 2 presenting sponsors will be there, Adventure Suites and Pet Rendezvous.
Great.
So Adventure Suites actually has, I think it's 13 or 15 pet-friendly rooms. So if you're in the valley and, want an adventure for you and your pet.
Right.
And then Pet Rendezvous is a great place to board your cat or dog while you're away if you need that, and also
It gives them a
grooming
little
and-
vacation. It's
yeah,
an amazing
that's
place,
right.
a little vacation.
Oh
for
yeah,
your
they
pet.
have Peyton organizes play groups, and we send our dogs over there actually to be socialized with some of hers, and she and her staff do an amazing job.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's so much fun. So, basically, you can do all the activities, but you can just go and partake. There's no
Yes.
charge to go
Nope.
and check out all the vendors.
Oh, no.
And
Yep.
be a part of Wolf
Yep.
in the Woods.
Grab some lunch, one of the food trucks, and walk around and see what we're all about and get some more information. Sign up to volunteer. We're always looking for volunteers. so-
Absolutely. And that's one of the fun things is seeing all the volunteers there at the Humane Society, and it's great for them. They get to sometimes they're people who are cat people, some people are dog people,
Yep.
and they get a great chance to volunteer and help out. What a great organization!
Yep.
And you probably rely quite a bit on volunteers.
We
I
do.
imagine.
We have a small staff, and we rely a lot on volunteers.
And so if somebody wants to volunteer, how do they get involved with that?
They can get in touch with me, and I'm not having a volunteer training session next Saturday, the 15th at 11 a.m. at the shelter. So if you're interested in coming and seeing what that's all about and what volunteer opportunities we have, come see me. You can email me at kbailey@conwayshelter.org. You can give me a call at the shelter, 447-5955, to talk more about that.
That's great. Is there a minimum age to be a volunteer?
Well, to be alone at the shelter, we'd like you to be 13 and up. If you're with your parent, we have several parents and children. We have a parent and a granddaughter that come, or a
Grandparent and
yes,
a grandchild,
thank you.
yes.
Yes, that come and they every Sunday and help out in the cat room, and they're very valuable. And it's a great way to spend some time with your child or grandchild. And
Absolutely.
and we also have John Fuller had a mentoring program last year, and some of the mentors would bring some of their students that they were working with and volunteer. So
Terrific.
we're hoping to get that going again this year.
Yep.
So
The great opportunities, and it's a great way for kids to kind of see, might even be a career path, working with animals that they want to do. So it's a great opportunity to try it out.
right, and we do have a new partnership with the White Mountain Community College that
Right.
we're very excited about. A vet assistant program which started this year with 17 students, and they've already been to the shelter. They already worked on some of our dogs and learning all about and our cats, and learning all about how to take care of animals.
That's
and
great. I think they were all there last Wednesday when I was
they
there.
were.
So
Yes.
I saw a whole group in
Yeah.
there, and now it all makes
Yep.
sense. So what a great opportunity
Yes.
to be able to
Yep.
because there's a lot of need for vet assistants.
We have no program like that in New Hampshire,
That's
and there's only
amazing.
one other one in Vermont, and so we are really excited about
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
That's great. How does somebody get involved with that? Is it through the college?
Through the college.
Through the college.
Yep. And it's a 9-month program right now, and I don't know if they're starting people in the mid-year or not.
Yeah.
They're hoping to transition that from a vet assistant to a certified vet tech in the next year.
That's
which
terrific.
would be that would be great.
Yeah.
To have that.
And right here in our own town.
Right.
So.
Yep. And it's in North Conway, so no one has to go to Berlin. So if they're a local person, you don't want to. I know my son attends White Mountain Community College and occasionally has to go to Berlin, but they're offering more and more in North Conway, which
absolutely.
is really a great resource.
Well, that's great.
Yep.
That's great. So we've got Wolf in the Woods, and then do you have some other things planned coming up in the next?
Yes, we have Tuxes and Tales will be happening on Friday, November 16th at Stone Mountain Art Center this year.
Nice.
And we're really excited about that. We have a comedian coming from Boston who I originally saw at the why am I forgetting? The John Sardi's
Oh, okay. Yeah, the Cold River.
Cold River radio show. And I contacted him because he was great.
Oh, that's terrific.
So he's coming to our event and also playing part in the auctioneering, emceeing of the event and doing a little show. And everyone loved the casino night last year that we had, so we're bringing that back.
Terrific.
And then also next year, even looking forward to May 2019, we'll be doing Patio Paws will be moved to Wentworth in their tent, and it won't be in March, it'll be in May, and it's actually on Cinco de Mayo. So we've named it Cinco de Meow and Bow Wow. So that is all set up too.
Oh,
so
that's terrific.
Yeah, so we have our 3 major events all in place.
Can definitely plan on all those.
Yep.
So, of course, Wolf in the Woods, the next one coming up, and that's coming up on September 22nd, right there in Whitaker Woods. And where's parking going to be? Is it going to be?
Parking is going to be at the John Fuller School and the old SAU, and then also the public parking that's by the railroad trestle,
In front of
Eastern Slope Inn.
Right.
Yeah,
But because I know that that main parking lot by the Whitaker House there, that's where a lot of the trucks will be and such like that. So just kind of plan ahead for that. Don't get there and go, oh, they're full.
Right.
So parking over at John Fuller or down by
Yes.
down by the train trestle. So definitely plan on that. So that is coming up. So and if are you still looking for vendors or?
Yeah, we could still fit some more vendors in. We're getting full fast, but yeah, if you call me soon, we could still fit a few more in.
Terrific.
Yep.
And definitely if you want to go down to the Conway Humane Society, and what are the days that you are open for visitors to come and look at the dogs and cats?
Thursday through Monday from 12 to 4.
Thursday through Monday. And it's great just to walk through there and see all the dogs and cats. I'm lucky enough to go there every week and say hi to the dogs.
And you've only adopted one cat.
I've only, so far. That's because I've only brought one kid there at the time.
Right.
But it's very funny because a lot of times I'll walk down and the dogs on the right side might bark at me, but the dogs on the left don't. I don't know why. And but it's just great, and I get to say hi to the cats and everything else. But what a great opportunity to go and kind of meet the cats and dogs and get to know them and see if it's the right fit for you. And there's always dogs and cats coming in, so the right fit is going to come along.
Yeah, and we do, the transports that we do are great. I'm like, my dog, like I was saying, is a transport dog, and she lived in a home for 6 weeks before we got her, so we know some information about her. I knew that she lived with kids, and she got along with other cats and dogs, and I'm able to email her foster mom and tell her how she's doing and send pictures from Texas, so it's kind of fun. It's a new kind of relationship going on.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, Katie, thanks so much for coming by and, of course, bringing Izzy and, why do I keep forgetting the cat's name?
Darby O'Sullivan.
Darby. And there's Hans. Hans has been a mush since the dog and cat came in. So thanks so much, Katie. And definitely go onto the website, which is
www.conwayshelter.org, and we have a tab there for volunteering, for events. Our Facebook page always posts our new animals that are available up to date. We have a new kitten that was just found on West Side Road that was in very poor condition that we need a lot of medical funding for, so we're asking for funds for him. He's doing quite well, but there are some graphic pictures on our Facebook page of him, but we try to take care of our animals in the community, so we do our best.
Absolutely. And look, he's just hanging out now. This is awesome.
Yes.
Well, Katie, thanks so much for coming by.
Okay.
And we'll be back here in a minute on White Mountains Today.